I never thought I'd see my ex, Ethan Grant, again.
Lily Starr.
You slut. You seduced my husband.
Until beaten up and dragged to the station as the other woman.
Ethan Grant was the cop on duty. Behave. This is a police station, not a marketplace. Officer Cole, take lady next door to give her statement.
Officer, this girl even seduced my 50-year-old husband. Who knows how many men she's slept with? Sit down.
Sit down.
This was a misunderstanding. I wasn't mistress. Her husband harassed me, and Lydia Sterling.
That is unrelated to this case. Ms. Chu caused you minor injuries. Mediation, or should we file a case?
Known Gavin Hayes for 10 years. We dated for 3. As I recall, the only time he seriously called my name was the day I broke up with him.
Lydia Sterling. You have to give me a reason for breaking up, don't you?
Ethan, tell me, if we're so mismatched, how can we be together?
I'll ask one more time. Do you want mediation or to file a case?
Sorry.
I'm going to the restroom.
Looks like the dressing needs changing again. Lena, don't go.
5 years ago, the day I left the country, Ethan crashed while chasing my car. His arm was pierced through.
Sorry, although you've received an acceptance notice under admission requirements for special ops officers. This scar won't pass the initial screening.
The once proud Special Forces officer is now stuck at the police station.
Decided? File or settle? If so, I'll draft the complaint.
No case. She's my boss's wife. It was just a misunderstanding.
Han. Help mediate this case. I've got something to do. What, picking up your sister-in-law?
Gu Huayan. Are you married?
None of your business.
Xingyan, did I just see Gu Huayan? Did I get it wrong? How could he be here?
You saw right. It's him.
What are the odds? Did you say to him?
Yao. He's married. He's almost 30. Normal? No one waits around forever, right?
Look ahead. Look at the money. I got you a private gig, singing at a wedding. They're paying 200 grand. Wedding rehearsal is today. They want to hear you sing first. Are you going or not?
Of course I am.
For a guy with blood cancer, staying alive matters most. To survive, I have to make money. Take me home first.
I want to change clothes.
Okay. 2 hours later. 2 hours, 2.
Huayan, what's wrong? You're the singer performing at the wedding, right?
Is there a song you want me to perform?
Hello, 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 sound, stand by. Main screen, stand by.
Isn't this?
The route I took when I proposed to Wanda?
This is clearly the honeymoon route we planned together. So romantic.
Wanda, Ian, go to the lounge first. The wedding planner has some details for you to finalize.
Mom.
You're just a maid's daughter. You stole my daughter's life for 22 years. Instead of atoning abroad, you dare come back and ruin Wendy's wedding?
Mom, I never meant to ruin anything.
Shut up. Don't call me mom. It makes me sick. I wish you'd disappear. Your existence only reminds me how much I've failed Wendy.
I was diagnosed with hereditary leukemia. The Carter family found out I wasn't their biological daughter. After investigating, the nanny had deliberately switched the daughters of the two families.
My daughter.
When the Carter family found Wendy, she was working illegally in Japan to pay debts. That day, I was pestering Gavin Hayes to go on a graduation trip to Hawaii with me. My daughter was out there, working to pay debts, barely surviving, while I, nanny's daughter, lived in luxury, spoiled rotten. Any mom would hate me. I understand.
Say something. Did you come back just to ruin my daughter's wedding?
Mom, don't make things hard for Stella.
The contract signed by her says
She didn't know about it beforehand.
It was her mother who did it. She's innocent too.
Wanda, find another singer. She's bad luck.
sorry, find another singer. I'm leaving.
Stella, please don't blame Mom. I'll apologize for her. I hope you can forgive her. My wedding is 3 days away. There's not enough time to find another singer. If you could. I still hope you can come help with the wedding.
I didn't reply. Instead, I opened her feed, and I saw her pinned post right away. February 14th, 2020. On a snowy night, first love began. I felt drenched to the bone. Less than half a month earlier, I had broken up with Ethan Gu. Stop clinging to me?
No one is irreplaceable. Let's both move on.
Ethan Gu took it to heart. And he moved on before I did. Good for him.
How did you know I live here?
Gave a statement at the police station.
Oh. What do you want?
Wanda and I are getting married soon. I don't want this to upset her. About singing at the wedding. Turn her down. I'll compensate you for your losses.
So he came all this way. Just to tell me that.
No need. You two are a perfect match.
Lydia Starling. Don't say hi when we meet again. Let's act like strangers. I don't want Wanda to overthink.
Okay.
Gavin, help me withdraw the case. Then I won't have to go to the police station, and we won't have to see each other again.
I can't help you. Withdraw it yourself.
Fine, I'll do it myself. Tell me which day you're off duty.
Leon, I suddenly feel like my family background isn't really a stain on my life.
What?
Dating you was.
When we broke up. I hurt him once. Now I'll just consider it paying him back.
Leon, this extra money is for your emotional distress. My wife's going through menopause. She overthinks and can't control her emotions. I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
I took it, conflicted.
I was out of meds, so I went to the hospital to get more.
Leon Starlight.
I can't prescribe any more medicine for you. Given your condition, you need to be admitted right away. Otherwise,
Doctor, I've done all I could for 3 years. I know you have too, but I don't want to die in a hospital bed. If I'm admitted, there's only one outcome, death. If I'm not, maybe I still have another chance.
Harlan, hurry up. We'll be late for the premarital checkup.
At the premarital checkup office, later that day, I've been handed a death sentence. And he's starting a new life. That's good.
I'm glad he can be happy.
Did you run into someone you know?
No. Let's go.
Hi, I'd like to withdraw the case.
Sorry, the officer on duty that day needs to sign off.
What happens if I don't withdraw it?
Why are you here?
Mr. Gu, you came at just the right time. Client wants to drop the case. Why didn't you tell her to come when you're here?
She'll know next time.
So two names can appear together not only on a marriage application, but also on a case closure form.
You can leave now.
Gu Huayan.
Huayan, will you come to my place for New Year's Eve?
Why come out in cold?
It's New Year's Eve. Everyone worked hard, so I made dumplings for all.
Close. I nearly crossed a line. I promised Gavin. From now on, we'd be strangers.
Stella, wait. It's your birthday too. I told Mom I'd bring you home so we could celebrate together. You and Mom were family over 20 years. She misunderstood you last time and feels awful. Come celebrate with us.
It's December 31st again.
No, family's waiting. I should head home.
But, Stella, you don't have any family left. Aren't both your parents dead?
Happy birthday, Stella Reed. Stella, eat the birthday noodles. Come back healthy in your next life, okay?
Stella, let's go to Fifth City Square for New Year's.
Okay.
In a crowded place, I won't feel like loneliness is swallowing me whole.
Ava, do you remember? New Year's Eve at 18. Evan Grant volunteered here. He was afraid I'd mess up, so he never told me where he was. So that night, I searched every corner of the square.
I don't remember. So where did you find him in the end?
I didn't find him anywhere. Just like now, I was so disappointed, head down, following the crowd with nowhere to go.
Ethan. I was standing in the middle of the crowd, and you couldn't see me. If I hadn't grabbed you, would you have just kept walking away?
Back, Ethan Grant was in plain sight. How did I not realize it? He knew I'd come, so he picked a noticeable spot and waited for me.
Stella. Tell Ethan Grant the truth about what happened back then. Tell him you were diagnosed with blood cancer. Tell him the Carter family was going to send you away, and you had no choice but to break up with him.
I told him.
And then? Then what? Make him pity me? Guilt him into forgiving me, getting back together, and going back to how things were? I don't want that. That's not what I want. I promised him that even if we met again, we'd act like strangers and not say hello.
The chairs completely drowned out the words. I keep my promises before I could say them.
The stars are so beautiful. Can they see a sight like this too? Then when I become a star, will I still look forward to the next new year like I do now?
Stella, don't look at the big screen.
But I saw it anyway. All of a sudden, I felt like I'd stepped into a cloud. So light.
Happy 18th birthday, Starling. You'll always be Mommy's baby. I'm not your mom. Don't call me Mom.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you? I'm exhausted.
Okay, I'll always be with you from now on, but when we meet, don't say hi. Let's be strangers. I don't want Wanda to overthink.
Starling, Lee Starling.
Ao's piercing scream tore through the snowy night. Many people turned to look, including Gavin. He only glanced over, then immediately looked away.
Grant. Didn't you bring me to the square to ring in the new year? Aren't we staying for the fireworks?
Grant, if you want to know why Stella left you back then, come to 5 City Square tonight.
But I don't want to know. It's been 5 years. I stopped caring about Stella. The only reason I came was because Wendy wanted to experience the New Year's Eve tradition, but I didn't expect Stella to be here too, dancing around in the crowd. She looked so happy. So Stella must have planned this with Ariel. They may have even made a bet on whether I'd come. She was always like that. No matter what, I can't let Stella want me again.
Adrian, aren't you answering? What if it's urgent?
Adrian Goo, pick up.
Get to the point.
I'm sorry, Stella Lee's leukemia got worse, and we couldn't save her. She passed away at 12:25 a.m. on January 1st, 2026. Please accept our condolences. Go in and see her one last time.
Stella.
These 5 years. You've made it through so much. How did one meeting with Adrian leave you like this? What does Adrian's wedding have to do with you? Didn't you say you were over him? You can't just die like this. If you leave like this, I swear, I won't burn you a thing. I'll make you poor forever down there. I won't even put up a headstone for you.
Doctor, she heard me. I think she heard me. It's late-stage blood cancer. The cancer has spread throughout her body. Nothing can help her now.
When was she diagnosed?
How could Adrian know?
When did he come? In 2020.
Before she broke up with me. What about her parents? Do her parents know about this? You called me to the hospital to tell me she broke up with me because she had cancer, didn't have long to live, and didn't want to drag me down? So she left without saying a word. Why should I forgive her just because she got cancer? You chose to tell me before my wedding because you think I should give up everything for her?
He's getting married soon. He shouldn't throw everything away.
Leave. Take the money and the ticket and get out of here. Willa really likes Gavin. I don't want you coming back and ruining their relationship.
I can't walk anymore. I really can't.
Even if you don't asterisk in Eastwood. Every time I see your face, I think of how much Willa has suffered these 22 years.
What about me? What did I do wrong?
Your mistake was being her daughter.
She called you mom for 22 years. Are you out of your mind? Stella is so sick. Why do you still want to hurt her? Did Xingyan ever have a choice? Get out.
Mom.
Xingyan's all grown up. Why is she still so attached to her mom?
Doctor.
Yao. I don't want any more pointless treatment. Let me go with dignity.
Captain Zhao, I heard your brother is a blood cancer specialist. Could you help me contact him?
What's wrong? Goo, family sick?
A very important person.
Adrian's wedding is about to start. All the guests are here. Why aren't you here yet?
I'm on my way.
Adrian, what could be more important than getting married? Go change now, or you'll really be late.
What will she look like in her wedding dress? I have something to tell you.
Get changed first. We can talk after the wedding.
I'm sorry, Wanda. I can't marry you.
Why?
Wanda. She has terminal leukemia. She could die any day. I can't ignore it.
What is she to you?
She was my first love.
So she's the first love you've never forgotten. Hwayeon, it's okay. Go take care of it first. We'll get married after you sort this out, okay?
I'm sorry.
Ethan, if you dare leave today, I swear you'll pay for it.
Respect my choice.
Mom, stop. Let him go. It's okay. Ethan, go handle your business first. Come back when you're done. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you to come back.
I'm sorry. Don't wait for me. I brought in leukemia specialists. Their experience. There's a clinical trial specifically for leukemia. If you qualify, you might be selected. There may still be a chance of a cure.
Isn't today your wedding to Wendy Chang?
What are you doing here?
It was postponed because of cold weather. Then we'll be counting on you.
Mr. Gu, for Miss Lee's condition, we've divided treatment into 3 stages. First, targeted chemotherapy to control cancer cells. Second, a hematopoietic stem cell transplant. Third, post-op anti-rejection therapy. The schedule is fixed and we won't alter the plan without reason. The full course won't be short. The medication and post-op side effects will be tough, but we have a personalized plan to ease them. For chemo-related nausea, low blood counts, weakness, and hair loss, we'll use medication. Rejection and infection are risks after surgery. We prepared sterile care protocols and graded anti-rejection medication. It can reduce her suffering, and the risks are manageable.
What about the risks of the surgery?
Based on Ms. Dawn's tissue match and blood test results, the surgery has a high estimated success rate, but that figure excludes rare emergencies like severe allergic reactions or congenital vascular instability. It's only an estimate and can't be fully guaranteed.
What about recurrence? Chances of a full cure?
Successful surgery doesn't mean recovery. She'll need all 3 stages of standard treatment and long-term follow-up care. Based on similar recovery cases, the prognosis is generally positive. Even if her condition changes later, the hospital has complete intervention and care plans in place. All risk data for the treatment plans is well supported. As long as Ms. Dawn stays positive and cooperates with the treatment, she'll be fine.
I understand. Thank you, doctor. I know what to do.
I'll get some warm water. You two talk over the treatment plan. I won't interrupt.
Lena. Did you think that carrying all this pain alone and pushing everyone away meant you weren't burdening anyone? You lied you didn't like me and kept everyone at a distance. You thought that would make us walk away, but did you think that only if you stay alive can all our lives feel complete?
A lump rose in my throat. He saw through every bit of strength and fear I'd hidden for 5 years. Adrian, you're overthinking it. When I broke up with you, it was simply because I didn't love you anymore. I was just afraid he'd relive the pain of losing his family. Afraid I'd become ill. I couldn't bear to leave him alone again to suffer the pain of loss.
5 years, I forced myself not to think about her. I deliberately spent time with Clara, trying to let go. I thought I'd really moved on. But when I learned she'd endured blood cancer alone for 5 years, I just couldn't stand by and do nothing.
Ethan is my neighbor and my childhood friend who's loved me for years. That's why Ethan has been secret
All this time.
Ethan, our 1-year anniversary is coming up. Is my gift ready?
Of course, I ordered from your favorite restaurant. It'll be here soon. You can stop pretending.
Stella, don't forget what I do.
He can tell if I'm lying.
I know you're trying to force me away because you're afraid I'll wear out caring for you. But I won't leave. The expert's treatment plan has a promising success rate. Every round of chemo, checkup, pre-op care, and surgery to cure you. I'll be by your side throughout. Don't feel pressured. Just think of me as someone worried about your ex. Once you're fully recovered, I'll consider stepping away.
You couldn't hide it forever. Pushing everyone away will make both sides suffer.
Now that a cure is possible, why not hold on to hope and get treatment?
But I'm too selfish. You lost your father and mother in succession as a child. Your grandfather has endured many goodbyes. I don't want you to stay with me through this long, painful fight against cancer. When I left 5 years ago, I'd already made up my mind. Though he hated me and we never spoke, I didn't want him hurting over me, but I wavered many times. I wanted to call him and say those cruel breakup words were lies, but I remembered the pain of losing loved ones one after another. I cut off all contact. The Ching family told me I wasn't their biological child. We were in college and couldn't afford the high cancer treatment costs. I couldn't gamble with his future or life. Now, there's a proven clinical trial plan. For the first time, I feel will to live. I can't be selfish. His life has been hard enough. If I can stay by his side, why shouldn't I cherish it? Even if he's about to marry someone else, just seeing him happy with my own eyes is enough for me. I'll cooperate with the full treatment. I want to live.
That's what I wanted to hear. Use this chance. Stay alive. We still have countless regrets we can make up for, one by one. Xingyan, don't be scared. I'll stay with you at the hospital and help you through this. Li Xinyan, I'll go sort out some leave paperwork. Then I'll stay with you the whole time.
Xingyan, hang in there. Get better. Didn't you always say you wanted chicken stew from that place behind the school? I'll take you there. We'll get it extra spicy.
Okay.
Chang Wanyuan, how far are you and your mother going to push Xingyan? Please, let her focus on getting better. Can you please stop bothering her?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Stella, I'm really sorry. I didn't know Adrian was your first love.
You have nothing to apologize for.
Stella, do you know why Adrian started dating me? Actually, Adrian and I met 7 years ago. You two hadn't broken up yet. Mom forced me to work at a karaoke bar for her medicine. I didn't even know who was in the private room. All I could think about was getting out of there. Then Adrian showed up. He held my hand.
Don't be foolish. No matter how it gets, you have to live on. As long as you're alive, there's hope.
I'm sorry.
It's all in the past now. Later, my birth parents found me. I told him the good news. Do you know what he said? He said congratulations. He said the abandoned girl must have suffered so much. Ethan Grant was the first light in my life, after you two broke up. I even begged him to let me be the cure that helps him forget you. I should have been the one to go through all this. His wrists were covered in wounds. I treated them. I'm sorry. Stella. I'm telling you this today because I just hope you won't have any regrets.
It's snowing, Stella. I made it myself. I asked a nutritionist about the sugar ratio. Have some cake to boost your blood sugar. Think of it as celebrating your successful surgery tomorrow. Didn't you say strawberry cake is a must when it snows? The cake shop is closed for the holiday. I found a tutorial online and learned how to make it. Liam's darling. Tomorrow's surgery will be a success. The stars are here. And spring came with them. Where are Liam's darling's parents? Why didn't they come?
Damn it.
I was diagnosed with hereditary blood cancer.
Grant Harlan, I need help. Come quick, it's urgent.
I'm busy. How desperate must she have felt? She sat alone in the hospital hallway, clutching that report. How did she get through it?
When blood cancer was confirmed, my parents dragged me in for a paternity test. I wasn't their biological child. Wanda Ching was. The parents I'd called mom and dad for over 20 years weren't really mine.
Then I suddenly remembered when she sang at the wedding. The two slap marks on her face. When lost and helpless, suffering from her illness. She wanted a family's warmth too, didn't she? If she wasn't their biological daughter. But what did she do wrong?
Gu Huaiyan was hurt in a car accident coming to the airport for me, losing his dream. I had to come back. I stood outside his hospital room for a long time.
Li Xingyan, a spoiled rich girl like her, just loves playing with honest guys like you.
She didn't even come see.
Can't you see her for who she really is? I can now. It won't happen again.
I finally let go. It's better if Adrian Gu lets me go. You deserve a life full of passion and promise. Your life has been hard enough. I can't let the rest of your life be that difficult too. It hurt so much I curled up in bed, too weak even to eat. Holding phone, I wanted to call Adrian Gu and tell him I missed him, but what right did I have? I can't disturb his life or drag him into this hell. I never thought I'd see him again after 5 years, let alone like this. I wanted to explain, but then I heard him say,
No need to explain unrelated to the case.
speechless again. It doesn't matter. He's marrying Wendy Parker. I keep wondering why God has to be so cruel to me. Why Wendy Parker? I regret it so much. I really do. Why isn't the one marrying him me?
Congratulations, the surgery was a success. The patient can return to the ward soon. Stella, the surgery was a success. You have to live a healthy life.
I'm fine. You kept your promise. You can marry Wendy Parker. I wish you both happiness.
Stella, I know those harsh things you said when we broke up weren't true. I know you were sick and didn't want to drag me down.
But we broke up 5 years ago. Now you have a new beginning. You shouldn't have changed your life for me.
Lillian. A life without you. How could that be a new life? I've told Wanda. I won't marry her. As for us, let's talk after you recover. Don't push me away. At least let me make up for those 5 years I couldn't be by your side, okay?
Blood cancer? How could that be? How could your dad have blood cancer?
Lillian's diagnosis. Isn't it hereditary blood cancer?
Lillian is bad luck. When she came back, your dad got blood cancer. I'll find her today and kick her out of the country for good.
Mom, this is nonsense. We should work with a doctor and focus on treatment.
It's not that simple. Lily Starr was diagnosed with hereditary leukemia. If her biological father has leukemia, then Lily Starr was never switched at birth. After I got back to the station, I started looking into what happened 5 years ago. After pulling up the surveillance footage from back then, I saw what happened 26 years ago. Nanny Chloe Ching did switch the two babies. But after investigating all night, we found blurry security footage outside a grocery store from back then. It showed Chloe Ching switching the babies back. Stella Lee, from start to finish, has always been the Ching family's biological daughter.
Captain Grant, what did you want to see me about?
Remember Stella Lee? 5 years ago, handled and filed her paternity test. Do you still remember that? After half an hour of questioning, I found 2 fatal flaws in Forrest Archer's answers. First, you handle J-test reports every day, batch after batch. 5 years later, there's no way you remember Wendy Lane's name so clearly.
I knew Wendy Lane before. I remember a little about her.
Then pull up the original file, records, and preserved draft from that J assessment. No matter how miserable life is, the truth is the truth. You can't let your own misery destroy someone else's life like this.
Why are you here, Wyan?
This is from 5 years ago. But 5 years.
It was clearly 5 years ago. Ching Wanwan and Dr. Zhang from the testing center switched the test samples. He already confessed. We have all the evidence.
You mean Xing Xing? You mean Xing Xing is my daughter? So, what have I done? You ruined my Wendy's life. Just leave. I never want to see you again.
Mom, I can't take it anymore. Can you lend me money?
Lily, whether you live or die means nothing to me. You should be like your mother and drop dead already. Go on, leave. Take the money and the ticket and get out of here. Wendy really likes Gavin. I don't want you getting in the way of their relationship.
I can't walk anymore. I really can't.
She's my daughter. Whenever she caught a cold or had a fever, I stayed by her side and made her porridge. She'd never suffered a day in her life. But now, what have I done to my daughter?
Mom, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I wanted a loving family so badly.
I'm sorry.
My mom didn't die of leukemia. She jumped into a river. The night before, she apologized to me. She said if only she'd been heartless enough to trade me to the Reeves family back then. That's why I did it. I was struggling in hell. I just wanted to see the light so badly.
Get out. My star, my daughter. What did my star ever do to you? If you'd shown even a little kindness, we would have raised her as our own daughter. What are you going to do with my star? How has she survived all these years? When little, Stella loved raising silkworms in garden. She even asked her sisters to pick mulberry leaves back home. I remember when she was 8, Stella put a whole bag of water beads in the bathtub before school. After school, the nanny found the whole bathroom flooded with them when she ran a bath. I was afraid Mom would go hungry. Afraid Mom would go hungry. Stella, my daughter. Mom is sorry.
Auntie. You don't have to do this.
I have no right to ask you to call me Mom, but when I think of everything I did to you over the years, it feels like my heart is being cut by a knife. Back then, I believed that fake report and thought you were the child the nanny had switched. I took all my anger out on you. I sent you abroad, treated you coldly, hit you in public at your wedding, even cursed you. I was such a fool. I've transferred the Azure Bay villa you lived in as a child into your name. My savings and shopfronts are yours. When you were diagnosed with hereditary leukemia, I refused to stay or help you get treatment. I cut off your financial support. I don't deserve to be a mother. I'm not asking for forgiveness right away. I only ask for a chance to make it up to you. From now on, I'll cover all your treatment and living expenses. I'll come take care of you every day and stay by your side while you get better.
The truth is, I never really hated you. You only felt sorry for Wendy, all alone. Any mother would have found it hard to accept. But those days of fighting the illness alone, with no one to lean on, they were just too hard. Get up, the floor is cold.
From now on, Mom will make you nourishing soup every day. We'll find the best blood disease specialists in the country to handle your surgery. You'll never have to face it alone again. Remember 8? You got hurt buying me hot porridge. You asked if I was hungry. You were the little princess in my hands. I was foolish enough to lose you for 5 years.
I used to always imagine how nice it would be to have Mom by my side when I was sick.
It won't happen again. Mom will never leave you again. We'll make up for all the regrets, little by little.
You don't have to go this far.
Breaking up then was unavoidable, but I was trapped by pride. I said countless cruel things that hurt you. I watched you suffer alone through a terminal illness and the pain of your past. I've let you down too much. I won't force you to forgive me. I want to be with you through the treatments. If you told me the truth, I never would have let go. Poverty and illness were never reasons to break up. I was young and foolish. Your harsh words hurt me, so I pushed away. 5 years of misunderstanding. For 5 years, missing you and going in circles, you're still the only one I love. When you're fully recovered, I want to start over with you. This time, I won't let go of your hand again.
After chemo, my body ached and I couldn't sleep. Ethan moved a chair to bedside. He gently patted my back all night. Watching him care for me so patiently every day, the wall between us slowly began to crumble.
The targeted therapy is complete. Follow-up results are excellent. The lesions have shrunk and blood counts are improving. Your condition is clinically stable. You need regular checkups, plenty of rest, and proper care. Your daily life won't be held back by illness anymore.
That's wonderful. My star has finally made it through.
That's wonderful. We finally made it through all those hard days and nights. From now on, we can just live well.
all the pain, hurt, and separation. End right here, at this moment.
Stella Lee, will you give me another chance? And marry me? Through every storm ahead, I'll be by your side.
I do.
Three months later.
Back then, I was foolish and hurt my daughter. Now I'm entrusting her to you. You must do everything you can to keep her safe for life. Never let her suffer again.
I promise you. I'll never let her feel lonely or sad for the rest of her life.
Luckily, we didn't lose each other for good.
This life and the next will never be apart again.